Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. I am so glad that you decided to click on today's video. In today's video, we are going to be budgeting my February paycheck. If you are new, welcome. My name is Summer and I'm currently on a financial journey to pay off all of my debt while saving money at the same time. Here on my channel, I am documenting my journey to financial freedom, and I budget using a zero-based budget and with the help of the cash envelope system. If that is something that you're interested in, go ahead and give this video a thumbs up and hit that subscribe button to join me on my financial journey. I would love to have you become a part of the family. If you are a returning subscriber, thank you so much for coming back and joining me for another video. I truly appreciate your support. So let's go ahead and get into today's video. So in today's video, we are going to be creating my monthly budget for February. I am a salary employee who gets paid once a month on the last working day of the month. So I do budget for the entire month, but if you are someone that gets paid multiple times a month, I would highly recommend that you budget by paycheck. So every time that you get a paycheck, you do a budget. But because I only get paid once a month, I budget this way. I am a teacher, so my income is public record. So here on my channel, I am sharing my real numbers. So today we are going to be budgeting my February 28th paycheck. Let me go ahead and zoom in a little bit so that you guys can see. I do budget using the Budget Mom's workbook. I have been using her box set, which is this little booklet. However, I did purchase her course that has the Excel version, so I have been using that. I really do like it because the numbers do auto populate and it does all of the math for you, and it's just really helpful for closing out your budget. I know that you guys do want to see her Excel version. I still need to figure out how I can film with recording my screen. So once I figure that out, I will go ahead and show you how I budget using her budget by paycheck Excel version. If you are new to budgeting, you definitely do not need this workbook or any of the Budget Moms workbooks. You can budget using just a pen and a piece of paper. I do love all of the Budget Moms items. I just feel like they are very detailed and it definitely helps to keep me on track and organized. So when you are creating a budget, the first thing that you need to know is you need to know your income. You need to know how much money you are working with. So I have my two incomes, my teacher income, and then I do get other income, about $500 a month. My teacher income, I do have split up into two accounts. The majority of my teacher income does go into my checking account, and then I have $400 that goes into a summer super saver. Before, it was accumulating, I think, about 3% interest when I first started my financial journey. However, I did not realize that every year since the interest rates have gone up, so has that interest rate on my summer saver. So last month when I went in, I was shocked to know that my summer saver is collecting interest at 6%. So that is such an amazing deal. So let's go ahead and list out my income. My teacher salary that went into my checking account was $7,199.53. And then in my summer saver, my savings account, it had $400. And then I usually have extra income of about $500 a month. I get this question a lot, how my income is so high as a teacher. I do teach in the state of California. I work for a really good school district that guarantees to be within one of the top 3 paying districts in our area. And I also have been teaching 13 years. So the way teaching works in California, at least if you work for the state, it goes by the number of years you work and how many credits you have. So I do have a master's degree, so I am maxed out on the credit side, and then each year I do go down a step and get a pay increase. And then I do work for a really good district. We are a union. The union is very strong, so they're definitely always holding the district accountable and making sure that we are getting raises as things go up. This paycheck should include, I believe I got about a 9% raise. That did cover income and medical, but it came out to be about 9%. So we will see that in this budget with me. And then also I have been working some extra hours tutoring after school twice a week. So now that we have my income, or now that you have your income and you've written down all of your income sources and the amount, let's go ahead and calculate our income to get our income total. So $7,199.53 plus $400 plus $500. So my monthly income is $8,099.53. So I'm going to go ahead and put my total income on the income total line. And as I said, this amount is for a month. So now we're going to be getting into the next part of your budget is budgeting for your fixed expenses. Your fixed expenses are expenses that tend to be about the same every month. Last month, I chose not to share my fixed expenses with you guys because honestly, I just was not ready to share that information with you guys. However, over reflecting, I have decided that I am going to be sharing that information with you guys. When I started my financial journey, I started my financial journey using real numbers, and I just want to continue to do that. So it was really hard for me last month to do a budget where I just listed all of my fixed expenses into one line. But what I am going to say is, as I am listing my fixed expenses, I do not really care to hear anyone's opinion on my choices. Finance is personal, so you have to do what works for you and what you feel comfortable with. So I am going to be sharing my mortgage, and that's something that I really don't want to get comments about, giving me suggestions of what I did, what I should have done, because honestly, I really don't care. I chose to buy my house, and I am okay with the mortgage. So that is all that matters. It may not be a mortgage that you would be okay with, but that is okay. So I just hope that you guys just respect that. So with that being said, my mortgage comes out to be $3,927.97. I am a single mom, and I am on one income, so these are all of my expenses and what I am responsible for paying. My SDG&E bill, which is for my electricity, is $145.12. My cell phone which is for my son and I, is $143.06. My internet is $59.95 a month. I do have Instant Ink for my printer, and that is $6.45. I do pay for iCloud extra storage for my cell phone, and that is $3.99. I do have an Epidemic Sound subscription for music that I use on my YouTube channel or other social media, and that is $15 a month. My car, guys, I no longer have a car payment. I was able to pay off my car last month, so I am really excited about that. USAA, which is for my renter, I guess it's no longer renter's insurance since I own my home. It is for my homeowner's insurance and my car insurance. That is $116.28. I do have a monthly subscription for car washes, and that is $29.95. I do have Banfield for my pet. It's like a doggy medical plan, so like doggy insurance. That is $59.95 a month. My son does do Kung Fu. His lessons are $249 a month. My son also does piano, and his piano lessons are $105 a month. I do Orange Theory. Orange Theory is my gym membership, and my gym membership is $169 a month. I do have a wine membership to a local winery in my area, and that is $89.95 a month. I do have a Peloton spin bike, and the app for my Peloton spin bike is $44 a month. I do have Sparkletts water delivered to my house every month, and that is $43.95. I do invest with American Funds, and I invest $150 a month. Affirm is for my Peloton spin bike. I am still paying that off. That is $62.03. Because I do live in a condo, I do have to pay HOA fees, and that is $417 a month. For my cell phone, I got a new cell phone probably a little bit over a year ago, and I'm still having to pay off my cell phone with through Apple, and that is $51.15 a month. And I think that might include my son's Apple Watch as well. So now that we have our fixed expenses, so our bills that typically tend to stay about the same every month, now we need to find out our bill total. So let's go ahead and add up all of our bills. If you're doing this with me, go ahead and add up all of your bills right now as well. So $3,927.97 plus $145.12 plus $143.06 plus $59.95 plus $6.45 plus $3.99 plus $15 plus $116.28 plus $29.95 plus $59.95 plus $249 plus $105 plus $169 plus $89.95 plus $44 plus $43.95 plus $150 plus $62.03 plus $417 plus $51.15. So my monthly bills come out to $5,888.80. So now that I have that total, I am going to go ahead and write that total on the bill total line. $5,880.80. So now that I have my bill total, I need to take my income total of $8,099.53 and subtract my bill total of $5,888.80. So that means that after paying all of my fixed expenses, I am left with $2,210.73. So now that we have budgeted all of our fixed expenses, now it is time to budget for our variable expenses. Variable expenses are expenses that tend to change month to month. As you saw last month when I was having to pay my car payment, I did have to make major adjustments to my variable spending. So these numbers will fluctuate depending on what you have going on. So after our bill total, we're going to put on the leftover amount $2,210.73. My variable expenses are the envelopes that I keep in my wallet, and I keep the following envelopes in my wallet: a food envelope, a gas envelope, a household envelope, a miscellaneous envelope, a self-care envelope, and a guilt-free envelope. For gas, I am going cashless for gas. I still budget that in my envelopes, and then I just put a tracker in my wallet to track my gas expenses. When I first started budgeting, I tried to go cashless for gas and it did not work out. I just went back to going cashless for gas 2 months ago, and it's been working out very well. As I've gone along my budgeting journey, I've become more and more disciplined. So I was finding myself not making good choices when I was using my debit card for gas. Therefore, I went back to cash, and then now I'm able to handle using my debit card and going cashless for gas. So that's what I've been doing the last 2 months. So for food, I am going to budget $500. I went back to $500 the last few months. I have been budgeting $400. I should be moving back into my house. My kitchen should be done, so I'm gonna need to stock up on some things in my fridge. So I did bump that up to $500. For gas, I am budgeting $300. Last month I did go under budget in gas by like $49, but I still want to budget $300 this month, and then I want to monitor that. If we're still under next month, I will go ahead and adjust my gas budget. For household, I'm budgeting $75. For miscellaneous, I'm going to budget $75 as well. For self-care, I am going to budget $300. The last 2 months, self-care has not been able to get that much, but I'm going to give self-care its usual $300 this month. And then guilt-free is going to get $50. So now that we have my variable expenses listed, now we need to find out how much my envelope total is. So let's take these amounts and add them up to get my envelope total. So 500 plus 300 plus 75 plus 75 plus 300 plus 50. So my envelope total comes out to be $1,300. So now that we know my envelope total, we need to find out how much money we have left over after our envelope total. So let's take our leftover amount of $2,210.73 and minus $1,300. So that means we are left with $910.73. The next thing that we are going to budget for is we are going to budget for our sinking funds. I do have more than one sinking fund. However, I'm only going to be budgeting for one sinking fund. Right now, my home improvement sinking fund is my priority. So that is the only sinking fund that we are going to be budgeting for. And we are going to give home improvement $500. Right now I am saving up to get new appliances for my kitchen. So that is why we are putting so much money in our home improvement envelope. So let me go ahead and put the $910.73 that we are left with. So now let's take the $910.73 and subtract $500. So that means we are left with $110.73. And we are going to put our sinking fund total of $9.10.73. So our sinking fund total of $910.73. Okay. Now that we've budgeted for our fixed expenses, our variable expenses, and our sinking funds, we need to budget for our extra debt. This should not be here. I do not have any extra debt. Right now, my focus is not making extra debt payments. At the beginning of my financial journey, I was making extra debts, but now the majority of my debts have a very low interest rate, so I'm not focused on making extra payments at this time. So we are not going to be making any extra debt payments. So our leftover amount was $410.73. For my summer saver, I do have $400 that I put into my summer saver account. It is just a savings account that accumulates a little bit more interest than a typical savings account. So my super saver accumulates 6% interest, and I believe you can put a total of $2,000 a month into that account. And then at the end of summer and August, they deposit all of the money that you have saved into your checking account. The purpose of the super saver account is an account for teachers, just in case they don't get 12 paychecks, they can put money into the super saver to save money for their 12th paycheck. And that's exactly what I'm doing. Last year, I decided to go from a 12-month pay scale to a 11th month pay scale. So our buffer is going to be $10.73. So if I take my super saver of $400 and my buffer of $10.73, my saving total is $410.73. So if I take my leftover amount of $410.73 and subtract $410.73, that means we are left with $0. And that is how I get a zero-based budget where every dollar is accounted for. And then on this bottom, it just has the total income. And then for the total income, you, just to make sure you have a zero-based budget, you take your total income, you subtract your fixed expenses, then subtract your variable expenses, then subtract your sinking funds, then subtract your extra debt, then subtract your extra savings, and then you should end up with $0 which is what we ended up with. So that is how I get a zero-based budget. On this next sheet, it does have your cash envelope breakdown. And on this page, you simply go through and you list your categories or your sinking funds, the amount for each, and then you write down the denomination breakdown on how you would like to get your bills, and then you add those up, and then you can take this to the bank. That way you know exactly how much money you plan to take out and the cash denomination breakdown that you would like for your cash. I'm not going to fill this out on camera, but if this is something that you are interested in seeing me fill out or curious to how I fill out this page and come up with my breakdown, just leave that in the comment section and I would love to film that for you guys. Like I said, I am still trying to navigate how I can film myself using the Budget by Paycheck Excel version, but I definitely want to share that with you guys because I think that it is totally worth the money. The course that it comes with, so it is her building blocks course, and with the building blocks course you do get the Excel and Google template. I have to say, although I have been budgeting for a little over 2 years, I did still learn something from the course. But even aside from the course, I would have paid the $200 just for the Excel version. I find that it is extremely helpful, and it helps me save a lot of time when creating my budget because everything does populate. And then when I go to the next month, I can copy my fixed expenses and paste them into the next month and then make some changes. So that has been really working well for me. So I definitely want to share that with you guys. So I will try to figure that out. If not, I will have to ask my sister. I'm sure she knows how to do it. Well, I really hope that you guys enjoyed this video or found it helpful in any way. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up and definitely hit that subscribe button to join me on my financial journey. I would love to have you become a part of the family. So if you guys have any questions about anything, don't hesitate to ask questions. And I would love to make videos answering those questions for you. I'm just not going to entertain questions or comments about my fixed expenses and why I made those choices. But if you have questions on how to buy a house, how to save for a house, or any of those things, I would love to answer those. Well, I hope that you guys have an amazing day, and I look forward to seeing you guys in my next video. Bye! But before you go, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. It definitely helps out my channel, and I truly appreciate your support.